Good morning or evening to all Eurovision fans. Tatiana is here of Blogovision, and let's discuss what has been going on since the final of Eurovision 2022. And the biggest news is that Ukraine will not be able to host Eurovision 2023 despite the fact that they won it with Kalosh Orchestra Stefania, Stefania, mamo, mamo, Stefania. Despite the fact that Ukraine deserves, of course, to host Eurovision 2023, the decision was guided by the EBU's responsibility to ensure the conditions are met to guarantee the safety and security of everyone working and participating in the event, the planning of which needs to begin immediately in the host country, the broadcaster said. Of course, if you guys think that Eurovision takes only like a month or two to prepare, you are so wrong. Eurovision of next year starts being prepared already now. Basically, it takes 11 to 12 months or so to prepare the whole Eurovision Song Contest, at least to decide on the criteria being met about where to organize that, after which immediately the stage and everything is being chosen, the arena. There are so many things which come into play. There is transportation, how easy it is to get to the country, the safety, how you can get by train, plane, whatnot. In the conditions that Ukraine is at the moment, it is not 100% possible to guarantee that all the logistics goes according to plan. So EBU was regretting to inform that for many reasons the requirements are not met. At least 10,000 people are usually accredited to work on or at the Eurovision Song Contest, including crew, staff and journalists. A further 30,000 fans are expected to travel to the event from across the world. Their welfare is our prime concern. Well, you cannot blame them for deciding to do so, of course. They actually even had to ask for third-party expertise when it comes to guaranteeing the safety of hosting it potentially in Ukraine. And well, it's showed up that it's not possible to really do it the full scale that it has to be and to guarantee everybody's safety. The third-party advice found that the risk of a mass casualty event due to the conflict was high. Well, expected. Although it's not like a contest would be happening in the war zones right now where it's all happening in Ukraine. It wouldn't be in Mariupol, it wouldn't be in Donbass and so on. However, it's about the whole country being ready both financially, and strategically, logistically to host the event. At the moment, that's not the case. EBU also added that alongside the security concerns, the continued conflict in Ukraine makes delegations and participants reluctant to travel to the country. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm a journalist myself and I'm accredited to Eurovision Press, and at the moment I heard that it would be in Ukraine, I was like, most probably it won't, first of all. And second, how many journalists would, photographers, staff, crew members would dare right now to go to Ukraine knowing that even the people who are there are not sure that they can go back to their country. Now the question is, of course, which country will be hosting Eurovision 2023? And it might be either one of the big five countries, which always invest into the organization of the show, or the runner-up. And in this case, runner-up and the big five coincided because the runner-up is UK, with Sam Ryder winning the second place with Spaceman. UK is already in Big Five, and Sam Ryder won the second place, so the runner-up and the Big Five are overlapping in the good way. So there is obviously almost no discussion that it should be UK. Previously, although Spain was also asked whether they want to host it, and they replied that they would like to win. They believe that they have the potential to win the show and will be more privileged, feeling that they have actually won to host the next year's Eurovision. I honestly think it's not soon that Spain will come up with something like Chanel and Slow Mo to take even the third position in the contest. The third is great, and I think Spain is so happy at the moment that those skeptics have now rethought their position about sending Chanel to the show. It was the best decision by Spain, like in a long while. Spain decided that they want to win, not just to be given this opportunity, but to win to host the next year's show. But yes, now that it's UK, and of course the UK couldn't be happier about it, because Sun Rider attracted so many viewers, listeners, and even showed that UK can, that it's not a spell, it's not some kind of dislike of the UK, or the fact that there was Brexit, so UK can never be high in Eurovision charts again. Yes, it can. Sam Ryder recently showed that UK can also go to space heights with Eurovision, and they rightfully deserve to host it. And I wanna go. UK has already played several times this rescuer role at Eurovision when the Eurovision couldn't be hosted in the original winners country. BBC took on, and it's very good, obviously, with strategic and logistic and so on from the organizational point of view. Now that it came down to the city, let's talk about that. Which city will be hosting in the UK Eurovision 2023? For now, it's pretty much between London and Glasgow in Scotland. And the interesting thing that I still remember back when the show was happening was that whether UK would win or not, Glasgow had already capped for 2 weeks their arena in one of their biggest arenas in Glasgow, free of all the events for next year, for 2023. Normally that arena is full, booked, pre-booked years in advance. It's a huge, deal to perform in front of so many thousands of people. But because the UK was kind of either counting that Sam Ryder would win in Eurovision, or that it would be the second one or third one, and UK might be given this opportunity to host next year's Eurovision, the decision was to keep those 2 weeks free in the Glasgow arena, and potentially host it if it goes in favor of the UK when it comes to hosting. That already made me think back then in May that everything points out to the fact that whether Ukraine wins or not, we are going to go to the UK. What do you guys want? Do you want London to host it?
London, baby!
Okay, because that's not going to get annoying.
London, baby!
Do you want UK to show its other cities as potential hosting places? Do you want to head to Scotland and be in Highlands and see what Britain has to offer apart from this megapolis kind of capital? Or do you think it might be Manchester? That's also one of the cities in discussion. Now, the broadcasters, of course, promised that Ukraine will be represented in its best way next year to reflect that it won Eurovision 2022, to show its culture, history, national motives, cuisine, whatnot. In other Eurovision news, why don't we talk about Little Big, who were going to represent Russia in the cancelled Eurovision year 2020, have just put out a new music video which is viral over the internet, called Generation Cancellation. The song is an aggressive one, way more aggressive than anything Little Big ever did before, and it's in your face kind of statement that we have no voice, that the decisions are made for us. It's an open statement, basically, that they are not in agreement with what's happening in the country. They do not believe what they are being told in media. And the surprising statement was released as well, that the band is now leaving the country to live, apparently for now they're in Los Angeles, although they didn't say exactly for how long, but the band has taken this decision with a lot of regret, that at the moment they want to be living outside Russia, and they said, we condemn the actions of the Russian government, and we are so disgusted by the Russian military propaganda machine that we decided to drop everything and leave the country. It was probably one of the most difficult decisions that the band had to make. Imagine they were representing the country. They were the most streamed video back that year of Eurovision and the next year as well. They know that they are speaking out loudly, and even though their songs are mostly lighthearted and fun, just to dance along, sing along, this one is just such a strong statement that it cannot be, closed eyes on, cannot be just ignored. This is not just their opinion. This is at the moment the opinion of many people living in the country, and they are simply feeling like that their hands are tied in terms of changing the situation themselves. So yeah, a big resonating message across Europe, across the world, and I'm happy that they stepped out. I don't think the song is going to be as viral musically as Skibidi, but it's not about that. It's about making it count, making your words mean something, making it a visual statement as well as a verbal statement, as well as music statement. What do you think, guys, about Little Big's opinion to leave the country? Did they have to go that dramatic, or could they have no voice if they stayed in their own country? Write me what you think, and thank you for staying with my channel. Bye.